We'll start standing up. We'll just do a little bit of strength into the legs. Just going to start by bringing the heels under the sit bones, pelvis over the feet, and the rib cage over the pelvis. Arms down the side. You're going to rock forward into the balls of the feet and breathe in, bring the arms up. And then exhale, sink down into the heels and press the palms back. Rock forward into the ball of the foot, big toe. Inhale as you come up. And exhale, sink down into the heels. Keep the shoulders wide, the upper back wide. Do 2 more. Keep the rib cage over the pelvis and that connection through the torso. This time, rise up, lower the arms down, lower the heels towards the floor and lift. Bend into the knees, straighten into the legs, take the heels down to the floor. Come forward onto the ball of the foot, bend into the knees, heels are off. Straighten into the legs and take the heels down. 2 more of these. Lift, bend, hip knees in parallel, straighten and heels down. Last one. Lift, bend, straighten into the legs and lower the heels to the floor. This time come forward onto the ball of the foot, big toe, lift the heels, bend into the knees, bring the arms up, pause here, and then lower the heels to the floor and lift them. Just moving through the ankles, lower the heels and lift. Heels go down, we're going to do 2 more. Lift, stretch through the Achilles and lift. Keep the ball of the foot down, last one. Lift, straighten into the legs and lower the heels to the floor. Bring the arms down. Take the hands onto the hips, balancing onto the right leg. Left toes light on the floor. Draw the right sit bone down towards the heel and squeeze into the back thigh. Take a breath in and exhale. Zip up through the belly, ribs draw in and down as you raise the left leg. Keep squeezing into the back of the thigh and exhale. Extend the lower leg and breathe in to bring it in. 5 more. Feel this scooping, pubic bone to navel and the ribs reaching down towards your hip bones. Shoulders stay nice and wide. If you feel really wobbly, take the toe back down to the floor each time. Do 1 more after this. Follow through the belly. Bring the leg in and lower down to the floor. Sink your weight into it. So draw the sit bone to the heel, squeeze into the back of the thigh, hips nice and even. Breathe in, float the left leg. And then as you exhale, draw the belly skin in and up, ribs down to hips as you extend. And inhale in. Keep squeezing into the back of the thigh. Shoulders stay soft. And you're just hinging at the knee. Do 2 more here. As you breathe out, really feel that strength through the abdominals, holding the pelvis and ribs together. Lower the foot down to the floor. So we're going to balance onto the right leg again. Take the left leg back, fingertips reach out nice and long. Grip the floor with your toes, squeeze in the back of the thigh, and then raise the right leg, coming over into a nice long plank. Breathe in, open the arms out to the side like wings, and exhale, draw them in. 2 more, inhale to open, exhale in. Keep lifting through the belly, ribs reaching to hips. Bring the arms in, lower the leg, and slide it all the way in. Balance onto the right leg, slide the left leg back, reach your fingertips, widen your shoulders. So draw up through the belly and bring the ribs down. Hips stay nice and even as you float that left leg. Arms open out to the side and draw in. Just open them out at 45. Keep shoulders wide. Scooping up through the belly and the right leg nice and strong. Last one. Bring the arms in and lower the leg down to the floor. Slide it in. Heels under the sit bones about fist width apart. Come into 3 roll downs. So bring your weight forward into the toes. Arms hang. Take a breath in and exhale. Come out and over. Releasing each vertebrae one at a time, really follow through the belly. And glide the ribs down towards the hip bones. Hang the torso, squeeze in the back of the thighs as you come up. Scoop in and up through the belly. Tail draws down, hip bones roll up towards the ribs. Stack each vertebrae. Weight forward in the toes, lean forward. Relax the head, neck, shoulders. Feel each vertebrae as it rolls over. Lift up that belly skin, hang the torso. Breathe in at the bottom and really scoop up the belly, tail down. Really strong legs. Squeeze in the back of those thighs as you stack each vertebrae up. And one more time. Lean out, roll down. Scoop up from the pubic bone. Feel the navel like it wants to come up and under those ribs. Hang as you breathe in. See if you can keep the hips over the ankles. Squeeze in the back of the thighs. And stack all the way back up to stand. Bring yourself down onto the mat and lay down onto your backs. Just find your neutral position here. Put one hand on your belly, one hand on your lower ribs. Bring your feet together and then just take the heels about a fist width apart and same with the toes. Feel the back ribs heavy. Take a nice long breath in, sigh, breathe it out. And just let your body sink down into the floor. Go up your day. Take another breath in and breathe it all out and really sink into the back of the rib cage. Start to refine your breath. Breathe in through the nose, down into the belly. And as you breathe out, feel the weight of the sacrum resting towards your tailbone. Feel the little space of the lower back. And feel the bottom of the back ribs, just nice and gently down into the floor. Shoulders relax and widen. Take one more breath into the belly. And then keeping the belly steady, breathe in, widen to the rib cage. Feel the back of the rib cage heavy. And the chest doesn't so much lift to the ceiling, but the ribs go nice and wide. Keep the belly steady as you inhale and as you breathe out. The ribs close back in. Feel them expand open. This time when you breathe out, draw the bottom ribs in and out towards your pelvis. Draw the belly skin up from pubic bone to the navel as if you're drawing a navel up and under the ribs. And the ribs reach over and down to your hip bones. Just do 3 more of these, keeping the pelvis nice and steady, the spine in its neutral position. When you inhale, the belly steady and the back ribs are heavy into the floor. And then take the arms down beside you. Pelvis heavy, belly, floats the right leg up to 90. Nice heavy sacrum, raise the left leg. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Zip up through the belly, ribs down to hips, go into your femur arcs. Feel the thighs stand nice and soft. As you roll the leg away, feel that belly skin hollow down above the pubic bone and draw up towards the navel. Feel the back of the head resting behind the nose. The chin slightly down, and the back ribs heavy on the floor. This time, when that leg arcs down, really draw the belly skin up, extend the leg, lift it to the ceiling, and bend it back into 90. Arc it down, extend out, bring it up to the ceiling, and bend to 90. Keep alternating sides. Really maintain that stillness through the back body. Feel as the leg extends, that belly skin really draws up and the ribs come down. Do 1 more each side. Make sure your pelvis is connecting up towards the rib cage. And last one. Bring the leg to the ceiling and bend it back to 90. Lower the legs down to the floor. Slide the left leg out long. Plant the heel on the floor out from the sit bones. Put your fingertips on your hip bones. Going into leg circles 1. So bend the leg to 90. You can do it with a bent leg or straighten the leg. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw up from pubic bone to navel, ribs come in and down, and start to circle your right leg. Start small. Check in that the pelvis is staying completely still. Right sit bone reaches towards the left heel, and the belly muscles are really drawing up towards the ribs as the ribs reach down towards the hips. Hold firm between the pelvis and the rib cage. Circle the ball smoothly in the socket. Last one this way. Come back to center and change direction. Pubic bone to sternum. Ribs reach down towards those hip bones. Feel like the navel wants to draw up and under your rib cage. Really smooth. Keep the pelvis still and steady. Last one going this way. Lots of work through those abdominals. Come back around to center, bend the knee and lower it down. Slide it out as you slide the left leg in. Just reset your neutral. You can do this in imprint if you like. Bring the leg to 90 and straighten towards the ceiling. So just take a breath. As you exhale, connect. Hold that connection as you begin to circle the leg. Back of the hips heavy. Feel the sacral bone staying down on the floor. Shoulders staying wide. As the leg goes down and around, really draw that belly skin in and out so you can really follow it. And the ribs reach down towards your hips. Do one more this way. Bring the leg to the top and go the other direction. Just feel your back ribs staying heavy on the floor. If you need to bend the leg, bend it. Make sure the pelvis doesn't roll away with the leg. Draw the pubic bone up towards the sternum. And we'll do one more in this direction. Bring the leg to the top and lower it down to the floor. Slide the legs in for bridging, so heels glide out from the sit bones. Have a feeling of space behind the knees, arms down beside you. Make sure you're resting down towards the tailbone. Take a breath in and exhale, roll up the sacrum, bring the small at the back of the floor. Squeeze the buttocks. Heel up the lower spine. Keep your back ribs as heavy as you can for as long as you can, and lift through them. Take a breath at the top, inhale. As you exhale, follow down this belly skin, draw it up towards the sternum bone and reach the ribs down towards your hip bones. Take another breath and then exhale. Keep the buttocks squeezed and roll down heavy through each vertebrae. Stretch through the small of the back, bring each vertebra along the floor, along the sacrum to the tailbone. Do that twice more. Exhale, peeling up. Back ribs stay heavy as long as you can. Peeling up that lower spine, then lifting, pressing the pubic bone to the ceiling. Take a breath at the top and connect. Draw the pubic bone to the sternum and the ribs down towards your hip bones. Shoulders soft. And then rolling down, keep the buttocks squeezed. Feel each vertebrae heavy. Down along the floor. Stretch and lengthen through the small of the back. When you come up on this next one, we're going to stay there. Roll through the small of the back. Really lift that tailbone. Squeeze, press the pubic bone high, but keep the ribs down. Connect in as you breathe in. Exhale, ribs in and down. Pubic bone to sternum. So we're just going to do the pelvis like a little seesaw. So the knee stays centered, so do the shoulders. Right hip lifts up to the ceiling, and then it lowers as the left hip lifts up. So they're like those pelvic rocks we do on the floor. We're just doing them in the bridge. So the right hip lifts to the ceiling as the left hip goes down, and then the left hip lifts and the right hip goes down. We'll do two more each side. Make sure you're not arcing in your lower back. You're still squeezing in the buttocks and the lower back. is nice and relaxed. The tail's lengthening long. One more. Back to center. Keep the buttocks squeezed and roll down through each vertebrae. Smaller the back and the floor. And roll along to the tailbone. Take a breath in and exhale, peel back up again. Really squeeze the buttocks, reach the tail, feel the knees, the hips, the shoulders in line. Find that connection of the torso, pubic bone to sternum, ribs down. So this time we're just going to take the hips side to side. So imagine you've got a block, a tap next to your right hip, and you're just going to press that up to the side. And then you're going to come straight across and press out with the left hip. Stay at the same height. Press out through the right, and then press out through the left. Stay in the buttocks, keep the ribs down, and the belly scooping in and up. So really strong in the glutes, nothing going on in that lower back. One more side to side, so the hips just travel sideways. Knees stand parallel. Come back to center and roll each vertebrae down. Stretch through the small at the back and all the way down along the sacrum. Just rock the knees out to the side here, roll the head the opposite way, and then bring the knees across and roll the head over the other side. Do that once more each side, nice and relaxed. Come back to center, last little bit of bridging. So reset yourself, feel those glute muscles. All right, roll up the sacrum, small at the back. Lift each vertebrae. At the top, breathe in and exhale. Bring the ribs down and draw that pubic bone to sternum. Press through the left foot. Stay in the left buttock as you raise the right leg. Send the leg out. Bring it back to 90. Keep the hips nice and even. And make sure that navel is drawing down. Then do one more on this side. Scoop that navel and ribs down. Bring the leg in and lower it down to the floor. Press down into the foot. Squeeze the right buttock. Hips even as you float the left leg. Let your ribs relax down. 3 leg extensions. Shoulders wide. Throat soft. Strong buttock. Keep reaching the tail. Bring the leg in. Roll it down to the floor and then roll down through the spine. Lengthen through the small of the back and roll it down along the floor. Hug the legs in or stretch them out. Rock side to side, just melting the small of the back into the floor, lengthening out through the tailbone. I have a pause here at center, keep the knees drawn to the armpits. We'll just come into happy baby stretch. Hold the legs where it's comfortable. Lengthen through the lower spine and just bring the small of the back down to the floor and the knees go down towards your armpits or down towards the floor. I'm going to focus a little bit into twists and some side extension through this class today. So you're going to interlink your hands behind your head. Cut the base of the skull and just lift your elbows off the floor. You can go into a slight imprint if you like, or stay at 90. We're going to go into chest lifts with a twist. You're going to float the leg up, then the other leg. So wherever you're at, hold your spine and your pelvis steady now. Take a breath in and exhale, peel up. Just do 3 normal chest lifts coming up through the center. Breathe in, roll down. Keep the neck nice and long, head supported. Slide the sternum bone and the ribs down towards the hip bones. Keep the pelvis still, the buttocks, thighs soft. Feel each vertebrae as you peel up. So now we're going to go into rotation. So exhale, peel up, navel in, rotate to the right. Inhale to center and roll each vertebrae down. Exhale, peel up, navel in, rotate to the left. Breathe into center and roll each vertebrae down. So keep going and do 2 more each side. Really hollow the navel. Leave the pelvis and the legs steady where they are. And just go into your rotation, bottom rib reaches towards the opposite hip. Hollow that belly in. Make sure once you've done your twist, you come back to that chest lift. And then roll down. Last one. Scoop through that lower belly to the navel as you twist. Back to center, ribs are reaching, and then roll back down to the floor. Lower the legs to the floor and just rock them side to side. As you rock them side to side, bring the small of the back and the floor. So slight imprint and just massage across that lower spine. Come back to center. So we're going to go into a slow crisscross. So nice long neck, elbows lifted. Let's do this in a slight imprint. Bring one leg up and past 90. Really sink your weight into the floor. Bring the other leg, breathe in. And exhale, peel up through the spine. Take a breath in. We're going to exhale, rotate right. Extend the left leg, pause. And breathe in, come back to center. Exhale, rotate left. Extend the right leg, pause as you really scoop up the belly. Come back to center and roll the head down. Take a breath in and exhale, peel up. Pubic bone to navel, ribs down, rotate to the right. Left leg extends, pause as you roll it through the belly. Come back to center, rotate left. Leg extends, pause. Breathe into center and roll down. And do one more of these. So you go deeper and lower into the belly. Heel up. Navel and rotate right. Leg extends. Back to center. Roll down. Last one. Heel up. Navel and rotate left. Leg extends. Pause briefly. Bring it in. And down to the floor. And lower down the legs. Take a few breaths, release the arms if you like. Rock the legs side to side. If you like, you can just press the small of the back down into the floor. Just to massage that lower back. So now we're going to go into a flow crisscross. We're really focusing on the rotation of your rib cage, pelvis staying steady. So come into your chest lift setup. Go slight imprint, float one leg up just past 90, really sink those ribs down as you float the other leg. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, peel up. Take a breath in and exhale, rotate right, left leg extends. Breathe into center and exhale the other side. Inhale to center and exhale, switch. Keep scooping up through the lower belly. 2 more each side. Bottom rib reaches towards the opposite hip. Ribs reaching down. Navel swooping in and up. Back to center and roll down to the floor. Lower the legs, release the arms. And just rock those legs out. Hug them onto your chest if you like, or just rock them side to side. So we're going to come into side to side exercise. The arms are going to come out about 45. The shoulders are nice and wide. I'm going to do slight imprint. You can do it neutral if you like. So raise one leg to 90, ribs down, float the other leg. Bring the feet and the knees together. Imagine you're holding a coin between the knees. You want them to stay, not slide past each other. So shoulders sink down, take a breath in. Exhale, ribs reach down as you roll the pelvis to the right, feeling the back of the left hip. Keep the knees together. Breathe in, come back to center. Exhale, ribs down and rotate to the left. Feel the right shoulder press, the back of the right ribs press. Inhale to center. Do one more of these each side. Feel the navel hollowing in. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side. Reach that right thigh long so the knees stay together. Come back to center. This time we're going to roll over to the right side. Pause. Softly release the legs from being glued together and extend your right leg out. Bend it back in Extend the left leg. Your knees are still next to each other. And then extend both legs. Pull the navel back. Bend the legs in. Come through center. Over to the other side. Nice long right thigh. Extend the left leg. Bend it in. Ribs down as you extend the right. Bend it in. Really bring those ribs in as you extend both. Back to center. One more each side. Over to the other side. Right leg extends. Bend it in. Left shoulder is down. Extend the left leg. Feet gently together and extend both legs. Bring them in. Roll through center. Over to the other side. Nice long right thigh bone. Extend the left leg. And then the right. Keep the ribs down. And then both. Follow through that navel. Bring them back in. Come back to center. So you're going to straighten them. Do them with a long leg this time. Go into a slight imprint so they can be bent straight or straight. So smaller the back and the floor. Like a pendulum. Keep the feet and the knees together. Rotate over to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. Breathe into center. The shoulders stay down and wide. And just your pelvis rocks from one side to the other. Don't worry about going too far. Lengthen through your tailbone. Just feel this nice, it's kind of like a bit of a little massage on the back. One more each side. Roll through the sacrum to the hip. Through the sacrum to the hip. Come back to center. And lower the legs down to the floor. So have a stretch out or rock them side to side or hug them into your chest. All right, let's roll over onto your belly. So we're going to start off by coming into a prone extension. Hands come beside the rib cage. Tuck the elbows in and reach them back. Chest heavy in the floor and nose just lifted. Just take a couple of breaths here. As you breathe out, feel the hip bones and the ribs draw together. So the hip bones come up, the ribs reach in and down. You feel the belly lift in between. As you do that, lift one leg, lengthen it out, and then the other one. So keep your pelvis pressed in the floor. Breathing out, ribs come to hips, heel up. Bottom ribs reaching down to the hip bones. Breastbone goes forward, gaze to the front of the mat. Inhale and exhale to come down. Imagine you've got a marble just in front of your nose. As you peel up, it rolls along the front of the mat. You just follow it to the front of the mat and then roll back down. Let's do two more of these. Imagine you've also got a marble resting on your tailbone. Leave it sitting there. As you peel up, feel the pubic bone come up to the breastbone and those ribs reach in and down. And roll back down to the floor. Just rest the head to the side for a moment, take a breath. And then bring the head back to center. So we're going to go into swan one. We want to press the pelvis down into the floor, bend the buttocks, not the lower back. So we're going to exhale, heel to prone extension. Keep the pelvis pushing into the floor as you peel up. Keep the elbows soft. Take a breath in here and exhale. Smoothly roll back down. So imagine you've got a marble in the nape of your neck and you're going to smoothly roll it down the spine. Squeeze those buttocks all the way to the tailbone. Pause as you breathe in here and then exhale. Roll it from the tailbone back up. Do one more. Keep the elbows tucked in. Squeeze those buttocks. Reach the tail back to the floor. Make sure you're not in your lower back at all. Press the hip bones back. And exhale as you roll down. Just bring the hands under the head. Bend the legs up and rock them side to side. Or take them round in a circle. And back around the other way. So we're going to add the legs into swan. Bring the hands beside the rib cage. Tuck the elbows in. Nice long neck. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pubic bone draws up. Ribs reach down. Heel up into swan one. Elbows are still soft. Breathe in. And exhale, smoothly roll down as you extend and lift both legs. Inhale, exhale, heel up. Navel is in. Press the pelvis in the floor. Breathe in. And exhale, smoothly roll down. Reach through the legs. Squeeze the back of the thighs. Breathe in. And exhale, heel up. Follow through the belly. And exhale, rolling back down. Legs lift. Stay down here. And lower the legs down to the floor. Bend the legs up and just rock them side to side. And this time we'll just transition into a few rolling swans. So same setup, hands beside the chest, elbows tuck in. Nice long neck. Breathe in, exhale, press the pelvis in the floor as you heel up into swan. Squeeze those buttocks, breathe in and exhale, release the hands, roll down, legs lift and then roll up. So roll long and then up. Just do two more. Reach the legs long. And then slowly coming all the way down. Bring the hands bring them beside you and we'll just lift up and back into a child's pose. If you want to round the spine over, bring the knees a little closer together. If you want to let the torso come down between the thighs, take the knees wider. Just relax your head and gentle rocks side to side. Relax through your spine, your shoulders, your neck and your head. And then breathing in, come up to quadruped position. So tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift the chest away from the floor. Imagine you have a broomstick resting on the back of the head, the back of the heart, and the tailbone. So let that tailbone glide out a little. Lift the chest away from the floor, wide shoulders, long neck. So keeping that connection with the broomstick, lean forward, shoulders over fingertips. Breathe in and exhale. Feel the pubic bone draw to the sternum as you bend the elbows. They slide beside the ribs and then push back up. Keep your shoulders forward over the fingertips. Press down and up. Keep that broomstick feeling much connected or come back to that connection. Really draw that belly skin from the pubic bone to the navel and the ribs. Reach down towards the hip bones. It's going to do one more here. Only go down as far as your arms hold you and then push back up. You're going to come back into child's pose and walk the arms around or the torso around to the right. Bring the left hand on top of the right hand. Relax your head. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, draw in and up through the belly, ribs reach to the hip bones gently, and the left shoulder comes softly down. Breathe into that side stretch. And then breathing in, walk the hands around to the left side. Right hand comes on top of the left. As you breathe out, draw the ribs in and down. Sink that right shoulder down towards the floor. Bring the right rib cage down. Take two more breaths here into that side stretch. And then breathe in, come back up onto the hands and the knees. So just going to take the torso into its neutral. Feel that broomstick, connect back of head, back of heart, tailbone. And we're just going to take the torso around to the left. So the hip bones stay even. So the left hand replaces the right, and the right hand comes around. Your shoulders are over your wrists. You're going to slide out to the right, and those hips are nice and even. Sink your weight into the hands, the right knee, and exhale. Feel the belly skin draw in and up as you slide the left leg out long. So you're going to take a breath in. Pubic bone to navel, ribs down, raise the leg, and then bend it in. And then extend it out. Bend it in and extend. So as you move the leg in and out, stay in that little side arc. Shoulders are wide. Belly skin scoops up, pubic bone to navel, and the ribs reach down to the hips. Hip bones stay even. Last one. Lower the toe down to the floor, slide the leg in. Walk the hands through center and around to the left side. So hip bones even, right sit bone slightly reaching back. Lift up the chest away from the floor and the neck long. So right leg slides out. Feel that belly skin lift, navel to spine. Raise the leg up, squeezing the back of the thigh. Bend the leg in, bend it over the side, the other one, and extend it out. And just let the leg come in and out as you hold this little side up. Navel lifts to spine, shoulders down, wide. Feel the back of the neck slightly pressing up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the back of the thigh as you raise that leg. Do one more here. Bring the leg in, lower it down to the floor, and walk the hands back through the center. We're going to come into a Z-sit. So sitting down, take the legs out to the left side. Unless that feels uncomfortable, flick your left leg out or sit in a cross leg. So fingertips out to the side, nice wide shoulders. Keep your pelvis nice and still. Bring the left arm up. Keep the shoulders wide, arc over, lift the ribs to the ceiling, bend the right elbow, breathe in, and exhale, up and over to the other side. Take a breath in, and exhale, up and over. Still feel the belly skin gently drawing in, and the ribs reaching down to the hip bone, so you stay on the side. When you come to the left side, bring the right arm down. And reach the fingertips around, twisting. Unwind slightly. Twist, really bring those right ribs around. Navel in. Unwind slightly. Do one more. Ribs reach to hip. Unwind to side up and come back through to center. Stretch the legs out to the other side. Just let your pelvis settle. And now stay still, just your torso moving. Fingertips out to the side, bring the right arm up. And exhale, scoop through the belly, ribs reach down, arc over, breathe in. And exhale, feel that lift, pubic bone to sternum, ribs down. Breathe in and exhale, up. Make sure the belly is still supporting your lower spine. So if you feel like the pubic bone is lifting up, it will usually engage that lower belly. Last one. Come over to the right side. Take a breath in and exhale. Bring the arm down and rotate the torso. Reach. Breathe in. Unwind slightly. Really bring those left ribs around. Hollow through the belly. Unwind. Last one. And reach. Breathe in. Unwind to the side. And come back through to center. Extend the legs out nice and long. Give them a little shake. Massage the knees if you need to. So we're going to go into sword. Take the feet as wide as the outer edges of the hips. And wiggle the sit bones down into the floor. Take the fingertips out to the side. We'll just do a couple of rotations first. Breathe in and exhale. Hollow the navel. Rotate to the right. Keep the legs still. Breathe in and exhale. Sweep through the center and round to the left. Breathe in and exhale. Long, tall spine. Ribs reaching to hips. Breathe in and exhale. Rotate around to the right. Follow through the belly and round over into sword. Breathe in. Come back up to center. Exhale. Rotate. Round over. Reach through the fingertips. Keep your shoulders down. Inhale to center and exhale, twist, follow, round over, and inhale to center. We're going to do 3 more. Plant those sit bones in the floor. Feel as much hollow, pubic bone to navel, ribs reaching to hips. And really draw that navel up towards the spine. Come back to center and lower the arms down. Give your shoulders a little roll around here. So we're going to come on to side lay, resting onto the forearm, elbow under your shoulder, both knees bent to start with. Take your top hand, bring it under the ribs and lift them up. Hand onto the shoulder, press the shoulder slightly back, and then bring your hand onto the bottom ribs and bring them slightly in. So keep the elbow pressing on the floor. Extend the right leg out long and take the arm down the side. Take a breath in and exhale. Draw in the ribs as you lift the pelvis and breathe in to go down. Exhaling, zip up, pubic bone to sternum. Ribs reach down. Add in the arm if you like. So plug the shoulder, the arm down into the socket as the arm comes over. Look to the fingers as you come down. Gaze to the floor as you come up. Reach ribs and pubic bone towards each other. We'll do one more. And lower down to the floor. Take the fingertips on the floor. Reach through the leg and lift it. So zip up, pubic bone to sternum, ribs in. Flex the foot, bring it forward. Point the toe, bring it back. Really lift up through that lower belly. Flex and forward. Shoulders stay down, wide. Keep these ribs lifting away from the floor. Flex and forward. Point and back. Feel the strength in the belly. And as the leg goes back, hold it up through these lower abdominals, even more. Do one more here. Press through the elbow. And bring the leg back. Bend it in and straighten. If you want to come down onto the arm, feel free to straighten it out and rest the head on it. So legs just moving out and in without the torso moving or the waist dropping. Extend the leg out long. Point through the toe, little circles here. Reach long through the side of the hip. Really connect in between the hip bones, draw them together, and lift the pubic bone to the sternum. Keep pressing through the elbow, and then circle the other way. Reach long through the leg. Nice long neck, chin slightly down. Last two. Bend the leg in, and come all the way down. Send it forward, come on to the buttock. So we're going to go to two straight legs. Head resting down. Armpit faces forward. Lift the waist and stretch out long through the top waist and hip. Take the hand on the floor and roll the shoulder back in its socket. Look down and make sure you can just see your toes. So press the bottom hip into the floor, reach to the top leg and lift. Reach from the hip down through the bottom leg, lift it and lower down. Do 3 more of these. Reach and lift. Zip up through the belly, reach and lift. If you feel really stable, you can take the arm up into the air. Pubic bone draws to sternum. And you feel that hollow, like you're lifting right from the base of the body up through to the navel, to the ribs. This time I'm going to do a little slow scissor. So reach from the top, raise the bottom. Just take a breath here. Zip up from the base, pubic bone, the navel to the ribs. Keep the legs long and straight. And then little scissors, slow and steady. If you need to put the hand on the floor, bring it down. So it's all in this lower belly. Keep drawing in and up. Reach the tailbone long. And feel those ribs really reaching down towards your hip bone. So you're almost like hollowing through your torso. One more each way. Legs stay straight. Make sure the knees aren't bending. Bring the legs together and lower down to the floor. Well done. Bend that leg in and just give it a little loosen. Great. We're going to come up and over to the other side. So come up onto the forearm. Have knees bent to start. Take your hand under the ribs, lift them, press the shoulder gently back, and bring the ribs slightly in. Take the leg out long, arm goes down the side. Take a breath in and exhale. Really connect pubic bone and sternum as you lift and breathe into lower. Keep pressing through the elbow and breathe in down. Add in the arm heavy into the shoulder socket, gaze to the floor as the arm comes over and gaze to the fingertips. Find that connection, that slight hollow between pubic bone and sternum. Make sure the ribs aren't popping out. Draw them in and down. It just turns to the floor and then goes to the fingers. Last one. And lower all the way down. Stay on the forearm. Reset yourself. Extend and raise the leg. Flex. Connect pubic bone and sternum as your leg goes forward and back. Feel that reach of your tailbone. And just check in that your pelvis isn't swinging forward and back with the leg. Go for deeper connection through the belly. Really feel these lower abdominals draw up from the base of the body to the pubic bone, to the navel, and the ribs reach down. Do one more here. Reach through that tailbone, lower belly, nice and strong. Come back, nice long leg, and bend it in. If you need to lower down and rest your head on your arm, do. Otherwise, just that leg's moving. Feel that scoop of the belly and that length through your tailbone. Do one more here. Reach the leg long, circle. Magnetize your hip bones together. Zip up pubic bone to sternum. Really pull these ribs in and down. Make sure they're not popping out. One more this way. And then circle the other way. Back and up. Keep hollowing in that belly. Last two. Make that buttock do the work for you. And then bend the leg in and rest down. Bring that leg forward, loosen off that buttock. And then two long straight legs. So feet are slightly forward, hip and shoulder line up. Make sure they're the same distance from the edge of the mat. Bottom armpit is facing forward. Lift up through the waist and feel the bottom hip heavy in the core. Shoulder relaxing in its socket. So extend and raise the top leg as you connect pubic bone and sternum. Reach through the bottom and lift. Lower both legs. If you feel stable, take the arm up into the air. One side is often a little more unstable than the other. So go for connection through your torso. Pubic bone and sternum, draw together. Reach out through the bottom leg and lift it away from that hip. Pause this time. Take the hand to the floor if you need, so slightly pointed toes. And then start to scissor the legs. So more important than the movement of the legs is the connection through your torso. Really draw that pubic bone and sternum bone together. Follow the belly of that pubic bone and the ribs reach down towards the hips. Nice and smooth. Small legs, strong connection. Do one more each side. Bring the legs back together. Lower down to the floor and lower the arm. Bring the leg forward and just loosen through that buttock. Good, let's roll on to the back. Just come into your figure four stretch, however you like to do it. Find your stretch, foot on or off the floor, and just take 3 breaths here. Letting the sit bone of your big knee press through the buttock. Relax your shoulders and relax the back of the ribs into the floor. And then switch to the other side. So press the leg open, stay with that, or bring the foot off the floor. Shoulders relaxed, sit bone presses through the buttock, and the back ribs sink down towards the floor. Just take one more breath here. And breathe in, release the legs. So you're going to bend the legs in, hold the sides of the thighs, take an inhale, and exhale, press the legs away, heel up through the spine, and stack nice and tall. Just going to do a few assisted roll downs, moving into rolling and roll over. So take a breath in, hold the sides of the thighs, slide the tail under, bring the sacrum down towards the floor, bring the legs with the arms when they won't stay on the floor any longer. Take a breath in and exhale, press the legs away, heel up smoothly through the spine, reach the feet to the floor, and stack tall. Do another one of those, slide the tail under. Sacrum goes along the floor, small at the back, let the legs come with your arms. Take a breath in and exhale, press the legs away, heel the head, smoothly come up through the spine and stack up nice and tall. So let's go into some rolling. Sit behind the sit bones, bring the feet off the floor, gaze to the belly, make the spine round like a ball. Smoothly roll up the spine to the shoulders and roll back up to balance or toes to the floor. Smoothly along the spine to the shoulders and roll up. Do 3 or 4 more. Time to roll up. You're going to breathe in, roll back, take your hands to the floor and take the legs over. Pause in the breath, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Bend the legs, breathe in, and exhale, roll back up. Pause here and lift the legs up into teaser. Bend the knees, roll down, hands to floor, lift the buttocks to the ceiling, and back thighs press up. Bend the knees, roll down, come up to balance and raise the legs. And again, bend the knees, roll back. Bring the legs over, press the back of the thighs to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, bend the knees, roll up and lift the legs up into a V. And breathe in, take the legs down to the floor. Very good. Let's come into foot fold stretch, spine stretch. So heels, feet as wide as the outsides of the hips. Bring the arms up. Roll the shoulders back and down into their sockets. Take a breath in here and exhale. Scoop through the body, belly, lift up and in. Ribs reach back, round over. Really scooping it up through that belly, breathing in and exhale. Stack back up. Keep the shoulders down in their sockets. Scoop pubic bone to navel. Bottom ribs reach back, really hollow and above that pubic bone and up and stack back up. 2 more. Feel that belly skin, really draw it in. And stack back up. And last one. Rounding over, shoulders stay down, wide. And stack all the way up through the spine. We're going to roll down into relaxation. That means so fast. Bring the arms out, take a breath in, and exhale, slide your tailbone under. Hollow through the belly, draw the navel and pause here. Just while we're sitting here, let's just bring the ribs down, take the arms up, and lower them down. Gazes forward. Ribs go down, arms come up, and down. Last one. Really drop that navel towards the spine. Lower them down, and then roll along the sacrum through the small of the back. And sink each vertebra down to the floor. And come into rest. So knees can be bent if you like, or leave the legs straight. Let's take a nice, long, lazy, deep breath and breathe it out. Relax into your body. Let your bones rest down and towards the floor. Soften through your shoulders. Relax through your face. Just take a few nice, gentle breaths through the body. Just taking a moment to feel the sensations through your tissues, to relax your muscles and your connective tissue, your joints a little more. And just let that practice move deeper through the layers of your body. And then slowly begin to breathe a little deeper. Feel the breath come in through your nostrils, right down into your belly. Fill up your ribs, expand them, massage through the spine. Breathe it all out. Do that one more time. Feel the belly through the rib cage. Feel the breath massage along the spine. And breathe it all out. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, bend your knees, roll to the side. And slowly bring yourself all the way back up to sitting. Just give your shoulders a little roll here. Take the right hand towards the right shoulder. Breathe into the stretch through the neck. Bring the head up and slowly take it over to the other side. Take a breath through the stretch. Bring the head up, turn and look over your right shoulder. And then turn and look over your left shoulder. Keep the shoulders wide and the ribs down. And bring the head back to center. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe it out. And you're all done. Thank you very much.